YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you with another J Talks Crypto. If you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys the top picks in cryptocurrency. We're going to talk about some Bitcoin, some Toshi Coin. We're talking about it all, guys. But before we get into it, just got to let you know I'm not a financial advisor. This right here is not financial advice. Don't buy anything you see in this video. Don't buy anything off of YouTube, period. It's not a good idea. But as you guys could see, total market cap coming in at 3.43. The fear greed index ticking all the way back to 67. Bitcoin looking volatile, right? Coming in at 109. What the? Are we gonna break down here? Are we gonna pump off of this? What can possibly happen? We're gonna talk about all the possibilities. We do know, first of all, that it's the weekend, right? So this is not a shocker to anybody that watches this channel. I probably say it every single day. Definitely every Friday and every Wednesday, probably, we talk about how the market changes after Thursday, right? Especially going into the weekend. You know what we usually see on a Saturday, on a Sunday. It's just kind of been the way it's played out. Of course, they're just indicators, the day of the week indicator, I guess. I don't know what I should call it. But as you guys could see, Bitcoin again coming in at 109. Let's pay attention to some key levels of support on Bitcoin. We're going to see what the sentiment is also on that these guys are talking about over here. But let's pull it up. You know, a lot of people wondering, is Bitcoin about to pump? Is Bitcoin already reached its top? Look at this thing, man. Come on, man. What do you think, man? I don't know. Really, I don't know. As you guys can see on the 1 hour chart, we're looking highly volatile here. We got to start seeing a break up on Bitcoin. It's really got to start seeing something. I'm sure it's probably coming up on some key levels of resistance right now. Pretty soon it will be. Looks like we had a good bounce. You know, it's not too bad. Bitcoin looking pretty healthy. Of course, on these more short-term time intervals, it's going to look volatile. I would like to see us pumping a little bit more going into Sunday because, again, Sunday, sometimes we see some sell-off. Maybe we'll just call it Sunday sell-off. I don't know. But, again, Bitcoin looking pretty solid on some of these other intervals, including the monthly interval. It just looks like this thing is just starting to break out, but it's still got some upside probably going into June, I would think, based off of the chart. That's just what I think. But again, guys, these things are highly volatile and anything could really happen. So you have to also pay attention to the fact that Bitcoin, look at the price of Bitcoin, man, 15K back in 2023. And look where we are now, right? If Bitcoin did decide it wanted to make a correction, would it shock you, right? A lot of people got into the market in 2025. Some of you guys got into the market in 2024 thinking that you were early, but guess what? The run started in 2023. So actually, you're very late, but that's kind of how it is, right? A lot of people get in to the market. They don't get in on the bear trends. They like to get in once the market starts pumping. That's why, again, we get a lot of emotional people on the channel because they're buying the tops on a project that, you know, I've been talking about now for over a year. But again, you just gotta be a little patient in this game. Sometimes it works out. But let's talk about some Toshis. You guys could see Toshi Coin sitting a little volatile itself today, right? Coming in at 290 million. Not too volatile though, right? Only down 4%. This is definitely some pretty decent level of volatility. I mean, we're not breaking down too much. Still creating higher lows on the RSI. Still holding this range right here. We're still gotta, I told you guys, break green on this daily candle. Otherwise, we might see a retest of some lower ranges. It's really going to be really dependent on that daily candle there. And then also this 3-day candle as well, right? If we print this green on the 3-day, then look, we have a bull flag playing out here. This thing could really have some upside. If we do not, then we could be sending down here and then possibly even having a retest of some of these lower ranges. This thing wants to create some kind of shoulder, head, shoulder, and see some more sell-off, similar to kind of what it did right here, right? Similar type of pattern, the retest here and then the breakdown. That's what I'm paying attention to. Ultimately, I do think that there's a lot of demand for this coin, and I do think that the altcoin season is also looking pretty decent too. Like if I look at this total market cap for all the coins, it's creating a pretty nice 30-day pattern, right? Still creating higher lows on the 30 and the 1 year also, look, creating a nice cup and handle possibly if we can continue to break up to that upside. Maybe we could see a $4 trillion market cap, maybe even like 4.2. Wouldn't be too surprised. But of course, guys, the market is always volatile. This thing could easily drop back down, reach some of these lower ranges, and that would cause a lot of fear and FUD and blood in the market. So just something to pay attention to, guys. I'm going to keep talking about this stuff every day, even when the trend turns around. And it might turn around, guys, just letting you guys know. But at the same time, we'll be here, guys. We'll be here. We don't disappear when things get a little bit shaky. We just, you know, gather as much data as we can on the market shifts, and then we just do the best we can to use the indicators that we have to make the best educated decisions. My goal is to not, again, give you guys financial advice, but just show you how to make a better educated decision based off of knowledge, based off of knowing what you're looking at on the chart, and also based off of knowing how to read these contracts. Super important, guys. Make sure you're taking your time. You know, don't go super crazy with buying the coins right now and not checking contracts. Always never do that, but don't go too crazy buying coins, because you know, anything could happen right now. Bitcoin's looking pretty volatile, but I'm still bullish on it. I still think that Bitcoin has a good chance of breaking up and breaking out of these ranges. It doesn't look bad again, to the point where I would think that we need to significantly see a sell-off. We haven't, you know, really seen a trend reversal. On the 1 month, we're still in an uptrend. On the 1 year also, we're still creating higher lows. Possible wedge forming here, but again, anything can happen, right? So I'm paying attention to it. Again, 7-day looking like it's breaking off that wedge too, right? Rising wedge, breaking down. Same thing on the 1 day, right? Wedge here, breaking down, sideways action, maybe a shoulder, head, shoulder, and a spill back down and a retest of some lower levels by tomorrow. I don't know. Just something to pay attention to. I want to know what you guys think, though. Are you bearish on bullish on Bitcoin and Toshi Coin? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll catch you next video. Peace.